Hi, I'm Christian,
I'm Hila. I'm Bryce.
and we are CBS Engineering.
Mine's Bryce. I did the GUI of our program. So the first thing we did was we labeled our to reference the data sheet. We named it handles.external data, and then used the XLS read function. Our next step was we used two pop-up menus for each of the indices and prices. So you can see them here, and it's all the options. And then to do the data available, we made, depending on what the user chose, it would reference a switch case for the string that we use. So since the first one is case 1 would have been this one, so it changes to 1992 to 2013, and then it does that for the rest depending on the option that you choose, and it does the same thing for the other side. So for the cases 1 through 20, it will display 1980 to 2013.
I'm Hila, and I'm doing the programming for the graph. And we had two edit boxes for the user to enter for the price for every month each year, here and here. And depending on whether or what year they put in, we check if it equals to the same thing using string compare, and we named that the start year. And then if it did equal to one of the years listed, then we will give it a starting row to index which row we are going to use for that year. And the same thing for the end year, but we called it end year and gave it a end row. After that, we plotted it from the starting row to the ending row to graph from whatever year to the ending year that they chose. We did a similar thing for the bar chart for quarterly price. We put two edit boxes that the user will put in whatever year they want, and depending on what year they chose, we gave it a starting row, and for the ending year we chose a ending row. And using those start and ends, we found the mean, the min, and the max, and made a box chart for that. The same thing for the bar chart for year to year. Basically, the two edit boxes, and gave it a starting row and ending row, and used that to index our data so that we can graph it.
I'm Bryce again. I also did the push button for the price, to find the price for 1 month for every single year. So what we did was, based on the pop-up menu that the user chooses, either this one, which is pop-up menu 3, and this one, which is pop-up menu 4. You can see the pop-up menu, and so based on the one that they choose, it will find the range of data that is required for the graph, and it's just another switch case if they chose the second for the individual prices. And then once they do that, there's another switch case depending on the month that the user chooses for any of these months that they may want, and then at the end it graphs the data in this window. When's the bus come?
Hi, I'm Christian. I was responsible for the prediction prices based on the commodity chosen. And in the program here, if it's already loaded, but cotton for the predicted price was $63.12 versus the actual for today was $89.35. Do it for aluminum to show you. Well, it'll just pop up a predicted price and display the actual price alongside it. It'll do that for any of these 5 commodities. I'll do copper and cotton again to show you it will run. In the script we did case 1, case 2, 3, 4, and 5. Based on the case chosen, it would index a column from the data, external data, and that column is correspondent to the commodity chosen. For example, case 1 is crude oil, case 2 copper, etc., etc. And with that column chosen, it would index all the numbers in that column. And then the time variable is the length of that column, so it would be like how many months. Current price is the current price at the bottom of the column, which is the updated price. And we convert that price to a string to set it to a handle. Pop menu 12. It's the actual current price. And then for the predicted, we did an AMA, so we made a string of zeros starting from 1 to the length of the time. And we run the equation given to us in the rubric. And then I did a polyfit value into a 3rd order polynomial. So I got it generated a graph, and then I plotted that using polyval and a fit x. Then the predicted value will be the end of the yFit polyval. So it will and then it will convert it to a string and then put it at the pop-up menu 11, which is this one. And that was our project. I hope you enjoyed this presentation from CBS Engineering. Thank you for your time.